almost everybody that smokes, or almost anybody anyway. Nobody has a good word to say about them civil enforcement officers. We're now going to listen to a gentleman, how he was harassed, and this is it, the clip.
Yeah, I was outside Inspire when it was called Inspire, and I'd gone out for a tea break, and me and my partner had a cigarette between us because we only had one cigarette paper at the time. Anyway, I shared it with her, and she smoked it first, passed it to me, I smoked it, and fair enough, I did put it down and put it out. Then she was approached by two officers that said they both seen her putting the cigarette out on the floor, which I intervened and said no, she couldn't have, because she passed it to me, and actually I'd put it down myself and that, so it was myself. So I said, well, you can't really do that. I says, how can you find two people for one thing? I says, when she never done nothing, and it was myself that done it. Anyway, they wanted to fine me £75, and they were asking address and all this and that, and they got the address anyway. Somehow they got the address, and I never heard nothing about it, because they obviously went back, said what happened in the situation, and says, oh no, you can't do that. Two into one, doesn't go in that way. And I've had a few times, where they've harassed me, and things like this. And I dropped a piece of paper one time, and that when I was coming out of the bank, it was a receipt from the bank. I dropped it, bent down to pick it up, and they says, oh, we're fining you for that. You dropped paper. I says, I've just come out of the bank. I wasn't even out the doorway. And they tried to find me on that one. Anyway, they've harassed me a few times and that, and yeah, I think myself, they're going too far now, and I've actually talked to one of them, and they said the more people that they fine, that is how they get their wages. He wasn't fining me at the time, he was talking to me as a friend. He didn't know me, he was talking to me as a friendly way, and he says that's how they get their wages. Now they get bonuses. Doesn't matter how many they get, they get bonuses off them. So I think it's wrong, and I think they should just do away with them, and they should do the people that are doing things like, purposely doing things on watch out and do the job right. And if they've done the job right, yeah, maybe the place would be a lot cleaner and things like this and that. And even if they give better still, if they approach somebody and said, please, can you pick it up? That would be a better situation. You know what I mean? And I would say, like, out of that, I'd probably say 90% of people would just pick it up. So that's all I've got to say anyway. My name's Liam and that's it.
Yeah, just another bloke having a lot of trouble with the harassers, the civil enforcement officers. Now, I want you to watch this clip, what we're going to show now. And we've asked the MP of Blackburn to get a contract of their employment, and then we'll see for ourselves if they have to give people a chance to pick the litter up before they fine them. You know what I mean? So if anybody's been fined and they haven't been asked to pick the litter up, you owe your fine money back. Okay, it's as simple as that. Anyway, just see what you think of this TikTok video.
Excuse me, sir, excuse me. Just out of interest, will you be telling these ladies that under the Environmental Enforcement Act, and according to government guidelines on issuing fixed penalty notices, you have to give them the opportunity to pick the litter back up?
We did, mate. Give them an opportunity to walk up. When you walk away from it, that's when the offence is committed.
Okay. So will you be giving her that opportunity now, or are you just going to issue a fixed penalty notice? Zero tolerance policy. But you are a private company, aren't you?
Working on behalf of Manchester City Council.
So you're contracted on behalf... So she can pick it up. But the thing is, you're a private company. These people don't have any requirement to give their details.
Officers of Manchester City Council.
But you're not police officers. You're not police officers. You have no power of arrest.
It's a criminal offence to walk away and refuse.
Then you'd have to go to court, wouldn't you? In fact, you're acting them.
There's a few police up and down here. We can just go and get them.
I'd say go and get them, because the thing is, this is a civil matter, and you're asking them to settle out of court.
No, it's a civil matter until they walk away and refuse details.
Right, but you're asking them to settle out of court for a civil matter.
Yes, that's what's going on.
Keep that cigarette up.
Of course you can.
No,
you put
they
that
walked
cigarette
away
up.
from the offence. Are you the officer or am I? Do you do this job?
You're not an officer
Are you
either.
just a fake YouTuber?
I'm not a fake
Yes, you
YouTuber.
are.
You're a
Wait,
fake
don't know.
enforcement
I'm not
officer.
a fake enforcer.
You don't care about the environment, otherwise you'd ask them to pick it up. It's nothing to do with the environment.
Like we said, once you walk away from that...
Right, but it's
that's when
nothing to do with the
offence is
environment, is it? It's a tax, isn't it? It's a tax for a private company.
It's not a tax.
Why don't you walk off? If you're training to be a police officer, you
Obviously, I'll be taking details.
see this is where you're failing. You're giving information to a private company.
I'm not giving any details.
There you go.
Failure to provide details. we won't
Best
be able
thing
to
you
get
can
the
do
police
is
involved.
walk that way.
Ring the police, mate.
Oh, that's it. Let him come. It's a civil matter. Where is the litter? Just have it.
Yeah, there it is. I can pick it
All right, well, pick it up then. Pick it up. Just pick it up now. Pick it up. And that's the end of the matter. There you go. Do you really want to make a story of this? Because you've been all over MEN for getting people for what, feeding pigeons and stuff, bits of pastry or anything like that. Are you sure any skin cells haven't dropped off of a face?
Near you? No.
Excuse me, any police officers? Because we've got someone dropped a fag butt.
I'll go and have a look yourself then. It's got what a YouTuber here.
On your back, just. Yeah, leave it. You've got no powers of detention whatsoever.
Pardon?
What's your postcode at the moment?
I'm not giving you my postcode. I'll wait for the
Let's go and have a look on that anyway. There's no clue for them.
Oh, well, that's the end of it then, isn't it? See you in a bit. Bye-bye. There you go. And it's as easy as that. Thank you very much. You're welcome.
Yeah, the TikTok video out there, yeah. You know, these cigarette places are absolutely appalling. They're robbers, they're thieves. They're thieving off the public, you know. They're thieving off poor people that don't know how to, like, defend themselves against brutes like that, you know. Well, anyway, I think we have enough on them now to get the lots flung out of contract, you know what I mean. So anyway, thanks for watching. Oh yeah, I said I'll be getting the camera footage of me dropping the cigarette off for her. Now I was told it's 10 working days. So from when I went in Kate Holland's office, today is 10 working days, right? I've been told now that I have to wait till Wednesday. Well, if people can't, like, communicate proper, no wonder the bloody country's in a mess, you know what I mean?